it's just some, in days you have to be peculiar, and check and see what kind of mood he's in today. That's
Yep.
like everybody else. You have, so before you come running up to me during the day, check and see if I'm how I'm feeling. Let's see if I'm okay, or do I want to really talk to you today? You don't know what I made and went through at home, or what I'm dealing with.
We do a segment called Ask Teddy, which basically means you get to ask Teddy anything, and he will answer, always answer. May not be the answer you want to hear, but he always answers. So we're going to do that for you right now as a special edition of The Time Machine without Bill after here. He'll be back again, like I said, next week. But right now, Teddy, I'm going to give you question number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready, player.
All right. Michaela in Boston writes, you get to book any match for WrestleMania using anyone from anywhere. What match do you give the fans?
For WrestleMania, I tell you what, I'd like to give them, maybe MJF and Braun Strowman.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be interesting. He'd have his hands full for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What was the hardest part? I don't have a name for this. I think we skipped the name somehow, so I'm sorry if we missed your name. What was the hardest part about your job in WWE?
Well, there really was no hard part about it. I think a person can only make the job hard if they on themselves. That's level of you. You can make it work easy, or you can make it work hard. So I didn't have any hardships there because I enjoyed my work. I enjoyed doing my job. But like I said, sometimes it was kind of hard a little bit when I had these promos that they'd come out with that are 2 pages long.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to remember all that stuff, once you go live. So that was kind of the hard part a little bit. But, God blessed me with a good memory. So I was able to, get that stuff in my head. And I was, 5 minutes after I had my promo, I had it. And I used to go out to rehearsals with no paper. And everybody else had paper in their hands. And so I know I had a lot of haters,
Yeah.
But
you were showing your stuff.
Oh yeah, but I did that to impress Vince, to let Vince know, hey, I got this. You know what I mean? So, and Vince was very secure about the word kayfabe. Nobody honors kayfabe anymore now. But Vince always wanted to be real. So anytime I'd walk out without a paper, you got the maintenance people. You got a lot of people in that arena that are watching the rehearsals. So they see everybody else with a paper, then they're gonna go back. Oh, those guys reading that. But Teddy Long was real. He didn't have no paper in his hand.
Yep.
So that's another reason why I did it.
I would imagine too that travel had to be probably one of the most difficult things you had to deal with when it came to your job, because that's just it's a pain in the ass, is it not?
Well, yeah. I mean, golly, travel was bad then, but it's really worse now than it was back then. You know what I mean? But the travel was really, really too much, up and down on those airplanes. All the time. And, especially the ride overseas, that's a long flight. And so as soon as you jump off that airplane, you got to go straight to arena and go to work. So the travel was really tough, man. But, that's part of the job. So you got to do what you got to do.
All right. Thomas in Chicago wants to know, do you get presents or gifts from fans? And if so, what was one of your favorites and one of the strangest?
I don't get a lot of gifts and stuff from fans. Sometimes I get something every now and then. But one thing that I really liked, one lady gave me a teddy bear. And she had put my name on it and everything. But the bear was, teddy bear. So and I still have that. I have that in my trophy closet, where I put all my good stuff. So I do have that. But that was one of the nicest gifts that I've ever got.
Did you ever get something that was so weird or strange that you're like, what the hell were they thinking when they gave me this?
No, I haven't had that to happen, but I have had some guys that show me some stuff that they've got. They brought it to me and like, Taylor, would you look at this? I'm like, did somebody really give you this? So,
what kind of stuff we talking about, Teddy?
Yeah, I've been lucky. I never got any of those bad gifts.
Now, what kind of bad gifts were they that they were using? I mean, can you mention a couple things?
I think one day somebody got a gift from somebody that was some muffins or something that they had made, and I guess they had rode around with them all day long, because when they brought the box to me and opened it and said, Teddy, you won't want to eat it, man, it was soggy I
Ooh.
mean, it was just horrible, you know. And I'm like, what is that, you know? And he said, man, some girl just walked up to me, told me she made these, and here, you know, you ain't nobody gonna eat none of that. Especially if I saw you make it, I wouldn't eat it. I don't know you,
Yep,
so I can't
that's
give you
exactly
something
right.
that.
You know, when I was in radio and I would go places, you know, out to do things, people would always try to hand me food. You know, oh, I made you some cookies, or here's a cake, or something like. You say thank you and you take it home and you make them think you're going to enjoy it. But the truth is, I'm not about to take the first bite because I don't know what's in that damn thing.
And I'm gonna tell you something else, brother. I don't trust nobody. I don't order from Grubhub or whatever, however
No,
you get your food or anything. I don't eat none of that because I don't know who's driving that car. I don't know who's
correct.
delivering me that food, and I don't know who fixed that food. And the way the world is now, man, it's a lot of evil, a lot of mean people out
Yes,
there. So I don't trust nobody. So I don't use Grubhub, none of that stuff.
especially
I
when
don't order no food from nowhere.
yeah, because in your case, Teddy, I mean, you know, they're going to go, oh, this is Teddy Long. Then they may actually try to screw with your food just to say they did something to Teddy Long.
Well, yes, well, maybe somebody that don't like me. You know,
Yep,
everybody don't like you.
yep, that's true. All the way through life. Stephen in Alabama asks, if Vince McMahon has any weaknesses, what are they?
I've never seen any weaknesses, so
None at all. Huh?
I'll answer that for you. I don't think so.
You know,
Okay.
Vince is very much, he comes across like a robot to most people who are outside the WWE. But behind the scenes, Vince is actually is a nice guy, is he
He's
not?
a nice man. He's a nice guy. You know, it's just some, you know, in days you have to be peculiar, you know, and check and see what kind of mood he's in today. That's
Yep.
like everybody else. You know, you have, so before you come running up to me during the day, you know, check and see if how I'm feeling. Let's see if I'm okay, or do I want to really talk to you today? You don't know what I made and went through at home or what I'm dealing with. So I don't see where there was nothing wrong with that by waiting to see if he was in a good mood to talk. And then sometimes, you know, with me, you know, he would always kind of speak to me first, you know, player, and he would say that, you know, and I'd call him player right back, and we'd go on unless he had a conversation with me and wanted to talk about something. But other than that, that was it.
Let's see. Ashley in Ohio wants to know, what is your favorite movie and why?
Well, I'm
Now
not
you
really
got to
not
take the videos out now. Nope.
I don't watch no. I don't. Yeah, see, I'm one of these guys like this here. If I ain't doing it, then it ain't doing nothing for me. I ain't watching nothing on
Correct.
TV. I don't go to no strip clubs or none of that, you know, because
Well,
just to pay out money just to look at
yeah.
something, I can look at it for free. So I'm just saying, I'm not really a movie person, so I just don't know what to tell you. I probably some of the movies that I really like, they're probably older movies now. You probably wouldn't even know what they are. But I'm just not a movie person, so I don't have a favorite movie.
All right. Jack in New Jersey has a name association for you. Basically, I'll give you a name and you just give me your thoughts on each individual name I give you.
Okay,
Edge,
rated R.
Chris Jericho,
Uh, you
Okay,
made the
this
list. You made the list.
you made the list. He's got to be one of those people in wrestling that always has the ability to reinvent himself and make himself still, you know, a talk within the
Well,
current wrestling, you know.
well, that's when you're a professional, when you know how to work. Chris Jericho, you know, I love him to death. He's one of the guys that knows that you can take Chris Jericho and beat him right in the middle, 1, 2, 3, clean. No, you
Yes.
don't have to screw him no kind of way, and he'll get right back up and get his heat right back, and the people will forget about he ever got beat. But you got to be skilled and you got to be a pro to know how to do that. You know what I mean?